You ever walk into a place and feel like the air is watching you? Not heavy, not haunted, just aware of you. That's how I felt the day I moved into 17 Willow Lane, a small two-story house that had been empty for nearly 6 years. The real estate agent smiled too much. That should have been my first warning. She talked fast, avoided the upstairs, and kept saying things like, "It's got a lot of character." Yeah, it did.
The house was old, walls cracked, windows fogged from the inside, and a smell of damp wood that never left. But it was cheap, quiet, and I needed a place. After my breakup, I wanted silence. That's the thing. I asked for silence, and the house gave me everything but that. The first night, it started. I was lying in bed, scrolling my phone, half asleep, when I heard something. A whisper. Faint. Soft. Like someone mumbling through the wall. At first, I thought it was the wind, but it wasn't outside. It was inside the house. A low sound like words being spoken into wood. Too quiet to understand, too close to ignore.
You know that feeling when you're alone, but you feel like you shouldn't be? That's what kept me awake all night. I left the lights on, played music, tried to distract myself, but every time the room went quiet, I could hear it. Whispers from the walls. By the third night, I started recording. I left my phone on the dresser, hit record, and went to sleep. When I listened the next morning, the sound was there. A faint voice, repeating something. I turned the volume up, maxed it out. It said, "Down here." I didn't know what that meant. I thought maybe the plumbing or some air vent thing. So I called a repair guy. He checked everything, the pipes, insulation, wiring, and said the house was fine. Then he asked something weird. He said, "You live here alone?" I nodded, and he just gave me this long look. Then he said quietly, "You should probably keep it that way." And he left. I didn't know what that meant. I thought maybe the plumbing or some air vent thing. So I called a repair guy. That night, I didn't sleep. The whispers started earlier this time. Not just from the walls, from the floorboards. And they were louder. Almost like someone was beneath me, whispering into the wood. I sat on the floor and pressed my ear against it. For a second, everything went silent. Then, a breath, right below me. I jumped back. My heart was pounding. That's when I noticed something. One of the floorboards, near the bed, was slightly lifted, like it had been pulled up, then pushed back down. Morning came fast. I barely noticed the light coming through the blinds. I got a screwdriver, pried the floorboard open, and found something. A small piece of paper, old, yellowed, almost falling apart. It had one line written on it. "Don't listen." That was it. Now I was shaking. I didn't know what this was. A prank? A warning? Or something worse. But the house felt colder that morning. I could hear faint whispers, even in daylight. Every time I passed that spot on the floor, the air went still. I tried to ignore it. I left the house, worked late, came home tired, forced myself not to think about it. But that night, the whispers said something new. It said my name. You can't explain that kind of fear. Hearing your name, in your own house, whispered by a voice that isn't yours. I froze. It said it again,
Soft, broken, almost like a child trying to speak. Lee. My name is Elijah. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. And for the first time, I whispered back, "Who are you?" Silence. Then the sound of something dragging, faint, distant, below the floor.
The next day, I told my friend Mason about it. He laughed at first, said I was overworked. Then he offered to spend the night. I didn't argue. We set up a camera in the corner of the room, just one, facing the bed and the floor where the whisper came from. We stayed up till 2 a.m., joking, eating pizza, waiting for something to happen. Nothing. Mason fell asleep on the chair. I dozed off too. And then, at 3:17 a.m., the whisper came back.
I woke up instantly. I looked at Mason, still asleep. The voice was louder now. It wasn't a single whisper, it was many. Dozens of voices, all murmuring at once. Layered, distant, like a crowd underground. I turned on the light. Nothing. But the voices didn't stop. They grew faster, tangled together, until I could almost make out words. "He shouldn't be here. Don't wake him. He'll hear us." My heart stopped. And then, all at once, silence.
In the morning, Mason left early. He looked pale. He didn't even eat. I asked him if he heard anything. He said, "Don't ask me that again." And he left. That's when I checked the camera footage. At first, nothing. Hours of static and quiet. Then, movement. Around 3:17 a.m., the camera flickered. And in one single frame, just one, I saw it. A shape standing near the bed. Tall, thin, featureless. Almost human, but not quite. And it was leaning down, like it was whispering, into the floor. I stopped watching after that. I packed a bag. I told myself I'd leave that night. But the house didn't want me to. Every door I tried was jammed. Even the front door wouldn't open. And then the whispers started again. From every direction. Walls, floors, ceilings. Like the whole house was alive. "Stay. Stay with us." I screamed. I hit the walls, the floor, and when I did, something hit back. I stopped watching after that. I packed a bag. I told myself I'd leave that night. But the house didn't want me to. Every door I tried was jammed. Even the front door wouldn't open. And then the whispers started again, from every direction. Walls, floors, ceiling, like the whole house was alive. "Stay. Stay with us." I screamed. I hit the walls, the floor, and when I did, something hit back. I don't remember much after that. Just flashes, running through the hallway, lights flickering, hearing my name over and over. When I woke up, it was morning. The front door was open. I ran out and never looked back. It's been 3 months. I live in an apartment now. I barely sleep. But sometimes, at night, when it's quiet, I still hear it. A faint whisper, through the vents, through the walls, calling my name. Eli. I tried to go back once, just to prove it was in my head. But when I drove by Willow Lane, the house was gone.
Not burned, not destroyed, just gone. An empty lot, overgrown with grass. No sign a house had ever stood there. But when I rolled down my window, I swear I heard it. That same whisper. Soft. Close. Right beside me.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next one. Bye for now.